What's up, party people of the mob? Can you guys hear me okay? We're not going to get crazy like we do in other leagues in AACL, whatever. But we are going to be testing things tonight. This is the very first, the inaugural, the absolute first time we've been on Twitch on the air for members only baseball. Let me see how many people we got. We got a whopping 4 people. I need at least 4 people every time for an hour in order for us to get to the next level. Once we get to the next level, after we stream, I think it's 4 nights with at least 3 or 4 people for an hour each time for 4 hours. Then we can start getting, we move up to the next level, and then we can start getting all the emotes and all that stuff for the chat. So basically, it looks like it's me, Leathers, Crazy Canuck, and Rob Forker. That's it. So let me show you guys. This is the broadcast we're going to do. This broadcast is the long broadcast. Usually you have got the quick one, the hybrid, or the long one. We're going to do the long one tonight. It's going to be on the show network. We're going to do a pre-70s broadcast. I've done late October time frame at 7 p.m. I don't think it'll go extra innings, but I don't do that new school crap. I'm doing old school crap with no extra person. Let's see if yep, looks like the lineups took. So once the broadcasters start talking, I'm going to shut up and enjoy the game with you guys. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear the broadcast.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers.
And now, please welcome your
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Tigers.
Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Adam Williams. What do we have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
All right, ready to go here.
Leading off
And here
tonight for the
is
White Sox,
Calvin
the
Klein.
fielder, number 26.
Tap foul at the plate. Next pitch is outside. And down on strikes. One away. Mitt Fortune, the next to hit. This one smoked out to left. And there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Benji Madsen steps to the plate for the White Sox. That's in there. Strike 1.
Well, a good first pitch changeup there. In order to be effective, you've got to really sell it. Good arm speed, and it's got to be down in the zone.
2 outs. Outside with a breaking ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 outs, base is empty. Just missed.
That's excellent location for a pitch like that. It looks like it's going to be a strike, and then it just runs in on the hands.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. And we're back. And on the hill today, Granny McGuire. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's a guy that's going to come right after hitters. I mean, he's not trying to fool them. He's going to pitch the contacts, not worry about it. He trusts his defense behind him, and he's not going to mess around with a whole bunch of different offerings. Only 3 pitches in the repertoire, so he knows he'll have to work in all 3 effectively and probably pitch backwards sometimes just to make sure this lineup isn't picking up on too many patterns.
Tommy Gunn, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that drops in for a strike.
1-1.
Late swing, foul to the left. Line drive. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Chuck Bulldog. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Bunting, and it's in the air. Matson right there to make the grab. And there's one away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Legend now at the plate. That's to third. Now a jump throw. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Art Capiello up now for the Tigers.
Art Capiello.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And fouled off. That's out to center field. Sizes this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Danny Morgan. And that one fouled off.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Swing at a ground ball. They get the force. Third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. And now the rookie second baseman, Rocco Love. Williams back to work. There's a strike. And ball 1. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Now at the plate, Big Daddy Creech. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
That one is absolutely belted. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Batting 6.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Man at second. And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Doug Day in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Creech on at second with 2 down. Next pitch, not close, up high. And there's a ball. And there's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Batting 8, the third baseman.
First and second,
Cornelius
2 outs. King digs in now. Outside low, and it's 1-0. And that is out of play. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and foul ball. That one hit to right on his way over, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom half of inning number 2, and now
the center fielder,
Marcus.
Marcus.
And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Batting 7,
Ray up now for the Tigers.
Ray.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
There's a strike at the knees. 0-2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Matson makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Batting 8, the right fielder,
Chris Lee up now for the Tigers. On the ground, out to short. Gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And we're back.
Leading
Top
off
half of the 3rd inning. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Doug Britton. Gets under it and pops it up. And that goes foul. The 0-1. Foul ball there. Fastball is outside.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. 1 up, 1 down. Next to hit, Calvin Klein.
Now
led off the game with a strikeout.
Calvin Klein.
Trying to bunt his way on. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right
now
there. An infield single. Down the number 2 hitter, Mick Fortune. She's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Man at first, 1 away. Next offering is fouled back.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Next offering is downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get her out.
That's outside, and that's ball 3.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Nabs it, and there are 2 outs. Stepping in, the
Now
long
batting,
ball
the
threat,
first baseman,
Benji
Benji
Matson. Struck
Matson.
out swinging his first time. Pickoff throw, Matson hitting third in the lineup, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas.
Runner.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Swing and a foul straight back. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Runner at second, 2 down. He goes down looking. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Now
up
it's the
for
DH,
Tigers,
Joe
the designated
Slugger.
hitter, Joe Slugger.
Hard hit, right side. Handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting,
Back to the
second
top of the
baseman,
lineup, Tommy Gunn. Getting ready to hit. Led off this game with a double. Top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And he lays down a bunt. Popped up left side. King makes the play. Out number 2. And now Chuck
batting,
Bulldog.
shortstop,
He
Chuck
popped out his first
Bulldog.
time. On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. All set for the start of
Leading
the
off for the
inning.
White
Here's the
Sox,
cleanup
the
hitter for the
second
Sox,
baseman,
Rocco
Rocco
Love.
Love.
That one lifted to left. Sizing this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down. So up next
Now
for
batting,
Chicago,
the designated
Big
hitter,
Daddy
Big Daddy
Creech.
Creech.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-0.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Pitch misses. 3-0. Strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And now a full count.
3-2.
Now a pop-up on the infield. White. Drops into the glove. 2 down. Now a chance for
The
Bob
batter,
Funk.
the catcher,
He's
Bob
0 for 1.
Funk.
Right through there for a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
This one in the air. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the
Leading up
ballpark.
for the
And now the
Tigers,
catcher comes
the
up to
catcher,
hit. David Legend.
Legend.
There's a strike.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Love. To first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Now the batter now, Art
The first baseman,
Cappiello.
number
Well, he's doing a nice
44,
job of
Art
keeping the ball out of the
Cappiello.
air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
In the air, left field. Klein on the move. He makes the grab. And there are 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an
Number
outfielder. Got to
number
put it into
24,
his highest
Danny
gear and go a long
Morgan.
way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1.
Now tried to bunt for a hit right there, and you can tell he's trying to get something, anything going
1 ball,
offensively.
1 strike.
Next offering upstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball 2.
2 down, nobody on.
balls,
We're here in the
strike.
bottom of the 4th. Right side. Settles underneath it. Makes the catch, inning over. Ready now for the
Leading
5th
off for the
inning.
White Sox,
And now the right
the right
fielder,
fielder,
Doug Day.
Day.
Williams back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Cornelius King will hit next. Flied to right his first time.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Next offering
1-1.
is down low. And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. So digging in, Doug
Now
Britton.
batting,
Rolled
the
out to
center
second in
fielder,
his
Doug
first at bat.
Britton.
Right through there for a strike.
Two-seam fastball has been very consistent. He's been able to throw it to both sides of the plate and some really good arm side run.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. And we're back.
Leading
Here's
up
the center
for the
fielder,
Tigers,
Buck
the
Marcus.
center fielder, Buck Marcus.
Let's go, Marcus.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, these Tigers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs. I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that ball is out of here. He'll touch them all. And it gives him the lead in the 5th. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results.
Stepping in, Ray. Throws to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
The right fielder, number
Chris
8.
Lee
Chris
now at the plate.
Lee.
0 for 1 so far. That misses. And that is ball 1. Ground ball left side. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Next is the designated hitter, Joe Slugger. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. That one fouled off. Lee, the base runner at first with 1 out. There's the strike up high. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Tommy Gunn.
Second baseman,
1 for 2.
Tommy Gunn.
And that drops in for a strike. 1 run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. But no chance to get it out. So there'll be runners at first and second.
Now batting, shortstop, Chuck.
Here's the shortstop
Bulldog.
at the plate. Chuck Bulldog. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
There's a swing and a drive. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. On its way to the corner. He dives but can't make the play, and that's a foul ball. The 0-2. Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And stepping in is the speedy Calvin Klein. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Kicks and fires. Battling here as he fouls it away. High fly ball, right field, under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away. And next to hit for the Sox, Mick Fortune. 0 for 2 in this one. Splits the plate, 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
0-2, she swings through it.
Really nice sequence right there, and the change of speeds off the fastball. Really good arm action. Sold it. Changeup just doesn't arrive.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
White Sox down a run. That one in the dirt. It's 2-2. Fights it off. She'll see another. And a base hit up the middle. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
She was all over that one. That's about as
Now
textbook
batting,
as it
the
gets.
first
Got her
baseman,
stride and
Benji
load out of the way
Matson.
early. She stayed inside that ball and squared it up.
Runner on the go. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Well, that
Now
may
back.
end up being an
Second
at-bat we
baseman,
go back to
Rocco.
later on when this game is
Whoa.
over. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So,
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Reaching, try, but can't bring it in. 1 runs in. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
big
Now
RBI for him right
designated
there.
hitter,
Just a
Big Daddy.
very nice
Reach.
approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing.
Runner on the go. Swing and a foul out of play. With the go-ahead run at third, and we're in the top half of the 6th. swings through that.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And now 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And he chases that one. Strikeout number 8. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Bob Funk.
Bob Funk.
Now one missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Off the plate, and the count is 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Up and in, and that's ball 3. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the
Kenta Maeda comes on now.
18.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So up next, Doug Day. A strikeout and a walk. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Base hit, 1 run is in. A second scores as well. It's 3-1.
That's all he needed, just a simple base hit, and he drives in two in a huge spot. Really spun on that pitch and ripped it down the line, and it couldn't have been much closer to ending up in foul territory, but it did just sneak in there for the base hit. Good job by the defense as well to hold it to a long single.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's going to be David Legend.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And another ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Next offering is fouled back. 2-2 now. And misses inside.
Really good run, perhaps a little bit too much on that two-seamer. Couldn't hold the corner.
Smoked on the ground a second. Slings to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Art Cappiello. Right through there for a strike. Cappiello, only 20 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2021. Close, but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's too high.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 1 down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, corrals it. 2 up, 2 down.
Up
Digging
next
in,
for the
Danny
Tigers,
Morgan.
The left fielder, Danny Morgan.
That's in there. That's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Line drive, base hit.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now Buck Marcus. Fought off foul. Here comes the 0-1. That one down the line. Can't glove it cleanly. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. New inning getting
Leading off
started.
for the White
Now
Sox,
it's the switch
the
hitting
center
outfielder,
fielder,
Doug
Doug
Britton.
Britton.
And a swing and a miss.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
0-2 now as he swings through.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Popped up. White hauls it in, and there's one away. So digging in,
The batter, the
Calvin
left fielder,
Klein.
Calvin
1 for 3.
Klein.
And
No,
that
that's a
misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now
Really
back,
nice job
the
staying up the
shortstop,
middle with his
Nick
approach. He didn't try to do
Fortune.
too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And up next for Chicago, Mick Fortune. Ground ball right side, could be 2. 1 at second, and that's 2. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Ray Ray. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. That one ripped right center field. And that gets down into the gap. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Everything came together for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you
Chicago.
Gus Varland taking over
Number
on the mound.
37.
These are the spots where
Gus
relievers really make a
Varland.
name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Runner at third, nobody out. Lee digs in now. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And he takes one right on the black. And it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So now the DH
Now
spot,
back,
Joe
the designated
Slugger.
hitter,
Lots
Joe
of pop at the plate.
Slugger.
Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. And that one fouled off. Not
One ball,
even close
one strike.
there. Ball one. Fouled off down the right side.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The tying run at the plate. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That's inside.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on.
Left field. Klein has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. A big run scores on the sac fly. It's 3-2. Now it's the second baseman,
Number
Tommy
13,
Gunn.
Second baseman, Tommy Gunn.
And that drops in for a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that one missing low. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-2. Tries to check his swing, but he makes contact. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Will Vest.
And we all
Now
know about his
pitching
slider.
for the
It's just
Tigers.
filthy, man. And one of the
Number
better ones in the
19.
game, I'd say. Spin rate's very
Will
high, and it just breaks a ton.
Vest.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off for the White
game,
Sox,
and the
the
batter
first
now,
baseman,
Benji
Benji
Matson.
Matson.
Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. There's a strike. Swing and a miss and a slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Goes down looking. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox,
Now
Rocco
the second
Love.
baseman, Rocco Love.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
And now here is Big Daddy
No ball,
Creech.
one strike.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Heading down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Here's a 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a base hit. And that keeps him from advancing past second.
The batter, the right fielder.
So up
Doug
next for Chicago,
Day.
Doug Day.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Creech at second. Funk at first. One gone. Tap foul at the plate. Out there to center. Allen makes a nice grab and a full sprint.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
King in the box now. No balls and a strike. In the air, right field. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Justin
Now
Anderson.
pitching for
Well, the
White
best
Sox.
relievers love the opportunity to
Number
come in and
60.
protect a tight lead late in the
Justin
ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Chuck
Leading
Bulldog
up
up
for
now
the
for the
Tigers,
Tigers.
the
0 for
shortstop,
3 in
Chuck
this one.
Bulldog.
Bunting for a hit, and he barehands it over to first, and they get the out.
Now
And next to
batting,
hit for
the
Detroit,
catcher,
David Legend.
He was out
Legend.
early today working on that very play.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. In the air to left, down the line. Klein settles underneath it. And a couple of quick outs. And up next for Detroit, Art
The first baseman,
Cappiello.
number 44, Art Cappiello.
And a strike on the outside edge. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Tigers.
It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
43.
mound, Tommy Canley.
Tommy.
Just trying to keep this one close
Canley.
here. This is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Doug
Leading
Britton
off
steps to the plate for the White
center
Sox.
fielder, Doug
We talk about guys with good
Britton.
speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
But he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Calvin Klein steps to the plate for the White Sox. High fly ball out towards left center. Settles under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter will be the
batter,
shortstop,
the shortstop,
Mick
Mick
Fortune.
Fortune.
The other way. Fair ball. Around first. Digging for two. The throw in. She'll make it to second base with two gone.
Up next for Chicago, the first baseman, Benji.
So runner at
Matson.
second. Two down. Matson, the next to hit. And the slider just misses. Runner at second. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-0.
Next offering is foul back. Off the mark there. 3-1 now. There's the strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground to the left. Montgomery throws across the diamond, and that is that.
Now pitching for
Welcome
Chicago.
back, and here comes the closer,
Number
Cam
71.
Boozer.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
So digging in,
Leading
Danny
up for the
Morgan.
Tigers, the left fielder, Danny
Boozer
Morgan.
goes 6 feet 3 inches, 225 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. First pitch just misses.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Strike one.
Well, interesting strategy there. He must have seen something after that first pitch. Didn't attempt to bunt, but here on the second one he does.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Klein hauls it in, and there's one away. Buck
center
Marcus
fielder,
up now
number
for the
4,
Tigers.
Buck
He's already
Marcus.
homered in this game. That one's in there, and that's strike one. And
One
that's
ball,
outside.
1 strike.
He swings and fouls one off. The Tigers down by a pair here in the last half of inning number 9. Swings through him for the K. And they're down to their last out. And next up
Now
for the
batting,
Tigers,
the
Ray
third baseman,
Ray.
Ray.
That one the other way. Fortune. On to first. Ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Check, check. Can you guys hear me? I'm hoping you guys can hear me. That was game 1 of 3 games this week. Oh, good. All right. Thanks, bro. This was Chicago at Detroit. Tomorrow night will be Detroit at the A's. And then we'll wrap up with the A's at the Sox on Thursday. Just doing 1 game a night this week. Feeling things out, seeing how things go. And, well, Doug, I think you play outfield, too. It's all grass out there, bro. You got to get on base to get dirty. Hey-o. And then this is how we're going to do the stats. So, after every game, you'll see the players of the game. Gunny got the win. Adam got the loss. Notable players for each team. You know, Rocco McLovin, Michaela, Blitz, Calvin. And then Biff, Ray, Tommy Gunn, and Danny Morgan for... was that Detroit? Then we'll go over to box score. And we'll go through each team so you can see the actual stats. And what's cool about this, you see the batting. It says who had doubles, who had RBIs. Looks like Michaela grounded into a double play. Zach had an error. And it looks like Keith had a stolen base. You've got the pitchers there at the bottom. Then you switch over to the Tigers, same thing. See all that, see all the batting, RBIs, sacrifice fly, all that good stuff. Yes, Dirtbag Dave Dirtbag will be playing tomorrow for sure. And then there's the pitchers there at the end as well. Then we'll go over to this game log, which I'm going to have in case Keith and whoever helps Keith out on stats has to go back to double check anything. If there's a misunderstanding, it literally says inning by inning over here on who did what, which I think is a really great thing. It only takes me about 30 seconds probably to scroll through this. So, it says Krieg struck out chasing a changeup low and in, and Funk walked. Look at that, I love that. And you see it's color coded, which is really cool. Let me see here. At the very bottom, it'll tell you the color code. The legend right there. Critical play, run scored, critical situation, simulated play, which is just a regular play. And then perfect contact hits look like Biff and Krieg, 109 miles an hour off the bat. We played at Griffith Stadium. My bad, Gunny. I had the wrong stadium earlier. It was an exhibition game. We were 98% of capacity with 27,000 people. It was 54 degrees and clear. Yada, yada, yada. First pitch was at 7 p.m. Looks like it says game scores. I wonder if that's pitches pitched. I didn't keep track of the pitches, so I'm not sure what that is. And that tells you who the umpires are. So, like green shirt ref, if we get one umpire that we hate, we'll know. We don't need to do pitcher analysis and batter analysis. That's just all the dots and shit, all this stuff that we don't need to see. We won't look at that. And then we will exit the post game. And this will take us back out to the main screen, and then that's going to be a thing. Now, that game took just under an hour, but what I'm learning is that even though there's a quick game, a medium game, and a long game, it depends which broadcast you choose, because in that old broadcast, even if you do the long game, because they didn't have all the extra graphics and scene changes, segues, and all that stuff like back then, you don't get them. So we're going to play around with that. I might mix it up. I'm thinking about this. You guys can vote on this or talk about it in the dugout if you want. I'm actually thinking about making one night where people can do whatever uniforms they want. Like Tuesdays and Thursdays we do old school. Maybe Wednesdays I let you guys have a free-for-all, like a wild card Wednesday or something like that. We can do like OG Tuesday, wild card Wednesday, and throwback Thursday or some shit like that. So something like that. It's a newer stat, kind of like QBR. I don't even know. I don't know what that is, but I guess I'll have to look that up. And then that would wrap up one game. This would be like whatever. Let's say this was the first game on a day, was the noon or 1 p.m. game, and then I'll go off air for a couple hours. I'll have another game at 3 or 4, and then when I'm done with that, we'll have one game a night. That'll be the game of the night where we'll actually have real people broadcasting. Make sure I don't have an echo on that. I'll have to work on that, make sure that's good to go. So, Doug, I don't know what's going on with your phone. Sorry about that you couldn't see it. Oh, this is what happens. If I take too long, it goes into this mode. I got to be careful of that.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the
I'm
Kansas City
gonna have to
Royals
talk
taking
fast
on the Baltimore
after the games, I guess, or get out of there. Is this the volleyball? Yes, Freddie. This is the volleyball league. That's why I invited you. Anyway, I gotta make sure I finish talking before all that kicks in, because I don't want that going off. So, anyway, that's that. That's an hour. And boom, we're done. Now, the long games, if we do it on the other broadcast, can take up to about an hour and 20 minutes or so. So, hour and a half total broadcast time at the most. That's the longest we would ever be on the air for a game. So, that's that. So, thanks, Freddie, Rob, Doug, Gunny, Leathers, Funk, Crazy Canuck. Let me see who else is in here. I'm going to do these afterwards instead of before. Who else was in here? Corn's in here. Joe was in here for a minute. I know Chad was in and out. Hey-yo. There were some other people in here. I know Krieg was in here. Twin Screw for a minute. Who else was in here? Michaela, I think, jumped in and out real quick. I saw Leathers already. I think that's about everybody. If I forgot your name, my bad. This is the very first broadcast, so I'm going to be a little rusty. I got to get back into it as well. It's been a long time since I've done anything on the air, so. We had good numbers. We had a peak of 20, I think, and we only have like 20 followers, so that was kind of cool. We averaged between 14 and 16 almost the whole time, so that was pretty cool. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'm glad you did. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you're loving it. I love me some baseball. I will actually look that up, Husker. Rob, sorry. I will. I'm going to look at that and see if we can, if that's a first name. I'm actually going to look at it right now. Oh, there goes the music again. All right, I got to go. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Good night now.
Singleton